Now we all know when the Drake-Kendrick beef popped off that J. Cole was caught in the middle and he came out looking like a puss-ass nigga. I mean, he really was living the shit that he was rapping about. He named his tape Might Delete Later, and then he deleted his diss track to Kendrick later and apologized to it, old tweet and delete ass nigga. Well, after being fake with Cameron for about 2 years, to the point where Cameron had to get his lawyers involved, J. Cole decided to fulfill his duties of the agreement by saying, you know what, let me go talk to Cam on Talks with Flea and actually have an interview with this man so he can leave me alone. Well, Cameron will be the one to ask the tough questions. Actually, let me say this. Cameron will be the one to ask the obvious questions. Hey, my nigga, what's up with you, Drake and Kendrick? And we're about to get to that response. But first, let me play a clip from the Rory and Mal podcast. And we all know that Mal is one of Drake's illegitimate baby daddies. He has also been the mouthpiece for Drake. And he basically put it out there that J. Cole ghosted Drake. He just never heard from him again after the apology.
In this album, he better address why he did what he did.
Okay.
He better address why he did what he did.
Did a bit on port. Even if you disagree with what he said, he did.
On this album, he better explain why he did what he did. He better explain why he had that conversation with Kendrick.
Okay.
And then never spoke to Drake after that again in his life. He has to explain that.
No, I'm with you.
He has to explain that. That's nasty. I fuck with Cole. Cole can rap his ass off. Put it in bars on why you did what you did to Drake, bro. Don't give me all of this young Simba and this nigga and that. No. Tell the world why you had that conversation with Kendrick before that whole back and forth with him and Drake, and why you came off that tour with Drake, and after Drake gave you your first #1, and then you never spoke to Drake again.
Okay.
Current day, today, till this day, has never spoke to Drake again.
Y'all see what Mal just said. He didn't just get that out of thin air. Matter of fact, he did confirm that Drake is the one who told him that. But now J. Cole is saying that they did have a conversation afterwards. And he also had a conversation with Kendrick. Now he's saying they don't really talk like that, but somebody's lying.
Friendship-wise today,
I'm in the same place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, yo, I genuinely love these niggas, but I'm not gonna act like we've been communicating and talking. You know what I mean? I've had conversations with them like post everything, you know what I mean? But it's not like it's a lot. That's me not knowing where they at. Me maybe assuming because I done heard X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But it has nothing to do with like how I actually feel. I genuinely love these niggas. Like I be wanting to shoot off a text. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie, but even saying that on a mic is kind of lame to me, but it's just, it is.
J. Cole seemed like a scatterbrained, like complicated guy. We all contradicted, so I'm not gonna pass judgment. But it's kind of like he's giving off the vibe like, hey, I ain't do nothing wrong. I still got love for them, but shit, they just don't got love for me. My whole thing is, J. Cole, all the music and your music, the stuff that you preach, you know, love yours and all of that, I would have thought that you would have been a little bit more egoless and reached out to them. You said you want to send a text, but I get it though. That's the complications of friendship. That happens. So I'm not going to go too far in on you on that, because I know what it's like when you're avoiding tough conversations with your friends. Maybe even avoiding them with your girl. Like it's hard to have those conversations. And I ain't saying that you are the one that has to initiate it, but it seems like you're the one that's more aware that you're not initiating it and you want to. That's what you just put out there. So you need to have that conversation. But J. Cole did have another clip that I saw and I said, you know what? I gotta get on your ass, boy. Pause.
Do you think that the Drake and Kendrick thing got totally out of hand? Do you think it spiraled out of control?
The world, right away, the world became like politics. Right. You're either Democrat or Republican. Right. You're either Kendrick or you Drake. And you gotta pick a side, boom, boom. And I felt like the nigga that was like disgusted both ways damn near. You know what I mean? So when you say, did it get out of hand? It's like, creatively, that's not my place to say.
Right.
But I think the out of hand that I think is like, to me, is like disgusting how people try to use that opportunity either show how they really felt about Drake the whole time,
right,
or just like pile on
that's a fact.
and tear this dude down and like create a narrative as if he's not great. It was a whole campaign and probably still is to this day.
Right.
So on one hand, it's like, yo, I feel weird and they're gonna make headlines out of this. Just like when I see Kendrick get the moment he had, the pop out, the stadium, the Super Bowl,
the Grammys.
I'm like, I'm just as proud of this nigga as I was when I knew him back then. But I also hate that for Drake. And I hate how the world turns on him. And simultaneously, I'm over here like, man, I hope Iceman go crazy.
Wait, what?
Right.
Or just like pile on
that's a fact.
And tear this dude down and like create a narrative as if he's not great. So
this is why I ain't like, man, what J. Cole just said, because I've seen other people say that. I've seen a lot of Drake supporters, really not Drake supporters, Drake stans, coddle Drake and just act like Drake was just this victim that everybody tried to tear down at once, when in actuality, it doesn't matter when these people came out and spoke against him, in my personal opinion, because Drake has done so many people slimy in the industry. He's done things behind people's back. Preferably, he's been smashing a lot of people that he calls friends, their girls. He's been just doing a lot of little shady industry tactics. So now when it's his time to catch this fade verbally, all of a sudden now it's like, oh, I'm being done wrong. I mean, when Family Matters dropped, Drake seemed like he was pretty okay with going in on everybody, with dissing everybody. So what's the issue? He had issues with Future. He had issues with Rick Ross. Well, Rick Ross might have been the only one I'm like scratching my head about. But how can you diss Rihanna for years? And then now when A$AP Rocky finds the time to say something to Drake, now we're telling him when he's supposed to respond. Oh, I'm supposed to shame him because now he wants to get on a diss track with Future and say something about him. No, Drake does shady shit. And hey, when it rains, it pours, my nigga. I mean, J. Cole, I remember one year you was at OVO Fest and you stood on stage while Drake kicked Meek Mill's back in, performing back to back. He went on a whole tour performing back to back so much that he got tired of performing and said, I'm gonna retire it. You sat on stage with that man while he performed that. That song had nothing to do with you when he brought you out as a guest. You co-signed that, essentially. So what's the problem? Or is it just because Drake's your guy and that's why it matters to you now that other people were dissing him at the same time?
I took a break from views, now it's back to that, nigga. Make some motherfucking noise for J. Cole one time.
Now this beautiful black sister right here, named Chill with Moni, aka Moni Love, would say some interesting things that would go viral on Twitter. And she is not to be confused with the UK rapper Moni Love. She would say, did you feel bad about how the world dogpiled on Meek Mill at J. Cole? Did you feel away when he turned into a meme by Drake on tour and corporations? Did you feel away when Drake was nominated for a Grammy for his diss? Were the laughs and jokes orchestrated on Meek Mill? She then came back and said, we are watching in real time two half whites. Listen, I don't condone that. Try to rewrite the rules of hip hop and battle culture. One deleted their diss and the other filed a lawsuit after dissing, while the victor is expected to not have a victory lap or be praised. This is y'all hip hop, not mine. And I mean, is she really wrong? I thought that the purpose of a battle was for people to pick sides. I mean, I remember being 11 years old, walking to the school bus. The first time I heard Ether, The Takeover, on my Walkman, 6th grade, I remember everybody on the bus picking sides. I'm with Jay-Z. Nah, fuck that, I'm with Nas. Is that not the purpose of a battle rap? Was battle rap not started right there in the essence of hip hop at the parties and everybody is picking who they fuck with? Is that not what it's always been? You see, you think this dog piling What the hell? I saw 50 Cent invite the dog piling. Shit, he's still inviting the dog piling to this day. The thing is, Drake just lost, and you feel a type of way about it. Oh my God, he's beefing with Rick Ross, and he's beefing with A$AP Rocky, French Montana, and everybody else. Who cares, my nigga? He invited the energy, and then he played victim. You invited the energy, and you got scared and didn't even let Kendrick respond to you. You said, you know what, I'm about to apologize. So, in a sense, she's right. This is some pussy activity when 2025, 2024, when this happened. And that's just what it is. My whole thing is that J. Cole tries to come off like this hip-hop purist. He just remade Nas Rewind. He gets Cameron on certain tracks. He's sampling things on the album like Ludacris, What's Your Fantasy? And I appreciate that. But don't not appreciate the essence of hip-hop, which is rap battling. Drake, there are no excuses for him. Everybody's making excuses. They coddling him. Drake knew what he was getting into. He's a seasoned rapper when it comes to rap beef. And he throws shots at rappers behind the scenes. He does things business-wise. He's tried to take their women from them. So why would he not have beef? So don't be disgusted when you see everything crumbling down on him. This is how the world works. Not in just hip-hop, everywhere. When you do so much wrong, it comes back to you even stronger. And that's what happened with Drake, and that's what it's going to be. Kendrick was just the one who led the charge. So y'all let me know what y'all think about it, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and make sure somewhere down below y'all use y'all 3 days or your 3 times a week to hype a video up. Go on and hype mine up, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. We out, baby. Boom.
IG-TheLaFlareLounge.
It's him.